Let's head to other markets now. Let's talk about the crypto market. We see Bitcoin still, trying to get back in, positive territory at this point. We see that back at the $40,000 level after leaving there for a couple of days now. Ethereum is still having some downward pressure, though, at this point. BNB, that's also in the red. XRP is in the red. Cardano, Doge. But we see some movement there with Solana. Let's look at the sentiment in the market. We see it's still a neutral market from what we've seen a couple of days ago. I'm talking about the Fear Greed Index. But we see that 52 points, an improvement from about 40-something points yesterday. So it's still playing around neutral after falling back from greed and touching extreme greed at some point. Sometimes just touching extreme greed might be some kind of indicator to maybe take profit at this point. We see the top cryptocurrencies we track. We see Bitcoin, that's holding up about 0.21%. But Cardano's down, losing that 50-cent level. BNB is also under pressure right now. So it's just Bitcoin that's looking a little strong right now this afternoon. Let's bring in Gilbert Jopata now, financial market analyst. Hello, Gilbert. Great to have you.
Yeah, greetings, Mr. Ladi. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. So we're seeing some, improvement when it comes to Bitcoin there. We see the bulls, trying to defend that 40,000 level. But there's still sell pressure. Who's selling?
Okay, I remember my last conversation I had with you last week, Friday. I talked about technical levels one should be careful of, which was the bear flag, and we're forming a double top at that point. And if you look at the market dynamics post Bitcoin ETF approval, we'll just have to explore who is behind the sell-off and what are their motivation, what are the market trends, and what are the investor strategy. But investors have sold more than 2 billion worth of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And you'll be surprised because Grayscale was the top advocate for the Bitcoin ETF. So why should the major sell-off come from them? But it was realized that FTX have sold over 1 billion of the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF, which explained much of the outflow. And in theory, now that the sell-off is over, we must start having some substantial cooling pressure, like the selling pressure may cool off, since FTS liquidating its bankrupt digital estate was quite a unique event in the market. At technical level, the market is still experiencing some fatigue. I may still expect some dissipation period where it may still go down and go test its recent low of about that 38. And there's still a likelihood of 37 anyway, but these are not direct levels we'll look out for because it has already touched this certain key level. But Bitcoin is having a fatigue, and then we may have a dissipation period before it gathers strength and momentum for an upward trend.
I guess when a bull market is on, sometimes it just seems unexpected, when you see a pullback. But we got that breaking news from the UK earlier. Say that they've now, set out the design for their central bank digital currency. That would be the pound on the blockchain. Talk to me about CBDCs. Are they still in?
Countries around the world are still exploring the benefit of CBDCs. With Nigeria, which is in the forefront of this, we're one of the first who issued our currency on the blockchain. And this, to an extent, I'm going to tell you, Nigeria, we are not behind in this industry. If you look at what we're doing as individual, like retail investors and crypto entrepreneurs, and also our government approach as well to the market, I understand maybe we expect more of them, but if you compare what the Nigerian government is doing compared to what we see even in first world country, I really think we are ahead of the game. But that of the UK coming into the walls of CBDC came in a response of a consultation where the finance ministry and the UK bank came together, and over 50,000 responses came up. But major issues that were raised was about privacy and control of money were their major concern. But they have already announced their future legislation of a digital pound. So I still believe that there is a whole lot of innovation and countries looking for how they could explore the benefit of CBDCs. Interesting enough, our dear country is ahead of the game.
Yeah, with the e-Naira, we also have that stable coin also coming up right here. That's the CNGN. But let's look at other issues now. Definitely, some traders might be jittery, at this point, not knowing where this market is definitely going, even though some would say it's still a bull market, but the pullbacks are, definitely expected. But now we have U.S. GDP data for 2023 for the fourth quarter. That's coming out. We also have the ECB, meeting, and it's earnings season, at this point. Talk to me about which of these scenarios is a tailwind or a headwind for Bitcoin.
Okay, there are a couple of ways I'll have to look at this. First of all, it doesn't matter what the technicals or whatever in the cryptocurrency market is saying. I have always known this. A strengthening dollar is not a friend of Bitcoin. And this is because, money always moves from where it's treated less to where it's treated best. So the moment there is more interest coming in, more in the dollar, institutional investors will always see it short term as the right place to put in their assets. But there are a couple of things I have to look out for. I still believe there may be a choice of, okay, are we going to have rate cuts, just like we are expecting there'll be rate cuts, or we will still have more of a rate hike? And the answer to this will have to come with more like these data that we are expecting. Why most persons debate that the economy, the data that are coming out may not be real, is manipulated. Most persons may say, okay, these jobs are for real. I think regardless of this, if the data that are coming out is healthy, then we are going to see rate cuts. And if they are rate cuts, this will be healthy for cryptocurrency market and all risk-on asset. But if the data come out is unhealthy, we may not see rate cut this time around, and this will not be a friendly activity for the cryptocurrency market. Likewise, all risk-on assets.
All right. Thank you so much, Gilbert Rapata, financial market analyst. Always great having your perspective.
Yeah, thanks for having me.